Hey everybody, I'm Orv, and we're here with Majesty Episode 4. I'm going to keep this intro fairly short because today we're doing a deal with the demon, and I'm really bad at this game, so it's not going to be. With me here today are...
Yo, it's Cool Guy, and I'm ready to murder him over how long he took to do basic things.
Hey, I'm the Lost Robot Guy, and I probably would have taken twice as long to do the level, but don't tell them that. That's gonna be our little secret.
Dude, I hope not. There's a time limit on this one, and he pressed it all the way to the end.
Yeah, I brushed up right against it, and I will take some solace in that.
Oh my god. So, yeah, I ended up, editing this for y'all at home, so it's not boring, trust me.
It's probably going to be boring anyway.
No, it just was for me.
Mighty leader, forgive this intrusion, but a terrible presence has visited our castle. A demon. He claims he's here to collect on a debt owed to him by your mother. Can this be true? Since we were unable to immediately deliver the requested bounty, he said he'd return later for triple the amount of gold, or he'd curse the entire village. He then vanished in a cloud of foul-smelling green smoke. Your Majesty, I hope you have a plan. Something must be done before he returns.
So a dude in a sheet showed up and threatened to curse us all, because that doesn't happen every week anyway.
That's precisely what happened earlier with a wizard. I don't get it.
Hey, dude, all I'm saying is the green smoke was very persuasive.
Wizards are a whole nother story.
It's like, I'll curse you so that you're all foolish! It's like, dude, that happened already. What are you going to curse us with?
Natural state of existence.
I don't know, we've already said it a couple of times, but it always bears repeating. The voice acting in this game is so top-notch. I mean, I remember the first time I played this game, and I was, completely worried by the time the advisor was finished. Because I was just like, holy crap.
So there's actually you're gonna get 100,000 gold. That's the trick in this level. But there's two ways to go about that, and I believe there's also a third way to just tell that entire mission thing to fuck off. And I believe we're doing it the slow and steady wins the race way.
I mean, barely. Eventually. Kind of.
There's nothing steady about the progression in this one.
Slow and lopsided. So the 100,000 you can just do through regular shenaniganry, but you can also use that new building that's appeared, which is the gambling hall, which normally does not appear without two requisite buildings, and one of those is the Elven Hall, and the other is the Thieves Guild. You get both of those together, it will build a gambling. I can see this is going to become a problem.
Yeah, it's rich in trolls.
And we talked about the things that can distract heroes. Well, the gambling hall is one that distracts a hero that has low will. So they'll quite often find themselves just going, "Hey, I'm gonna go blow more of my money in the gambling hall." The bonus of it is that you can also gamble yourself to try and increase your own personal funds as well. So the king can go in there and gamble the treasure.
I don't know if I do it in this video, but I think there is a later episode where I gamble 2 or 3 times and then just say fuck it, because it never works out well.
Yeah, you do it once or twice just to show off what's going on later, but essentially, yeah, it's like every gambling hall that's ever existed. You can, if you are lucky, get a lot of money. So you can, for example, bet on gold, which pays 10 to 1 odds. The issue is that it only comes up 1 in 20 times. So if you're willing to save scum, yeah, then that's fine. You can beat this level in a day. But if you're playing it legit, messing with the gambling hall is it's bad news bears. That's just all there is to it.
It's a shame I already made a Chicago mob joke in episode 2.
I also noticed that we have some rogue heroes going around here trying to loot all of the monies.
Yep. So heroes are not exclusively a thing that your kingdom does. Of course, the game starts you out with one of the most ideal things you can do.
This is gross. This is awful. I can't watch this. I'm sorry.
even happening here? What are you doing? Why is there a 100? Like, I'm just...
Yeah. Well, you can... So, Cool Guy told me this when he was teaching me how to play this game again. Not that I actually learned anything from it. But you can put a bounty on your own buildings to remove a gambling hall, and it won't show back up again, but I don't know if I'm actually successful this time.
I'm going to let that one be a little surprise for everybody. But, yeah, you can totally do that, and it isn't even necessarily like enemy heroes. If it's high enough, you know, your heroes will go after it. Especially your own rogues, because they're just, okay, fuck it, dude. I'm getting paid.
The city guard has nearly killed this harpy, and he just one more hit, and he fails miserably.
This one fucking sister just trying to run the fuck away from that werewolf as he's just sort of like shuffling behind her. Just going, where you going, little rat?
Yeah.
Victory is not in the
Nah,
you gave money
not
to an
so
elf,
much.
so you know it'll get spent immediately.
So there is something that you should definitely do if you flag up your own crap like this, and that's remove it from the repair route. You idiot!
God damn it! I didn't realize that at the time.
That's yeah, and that's also a thing we haven't actually mentioned to people yet. Is you can actually take buildings off of the repair route and the tax route. So if you're worried there's too much of a cluster of monsters in a certain area that your tax collector keeps walking off to and getting killed in, just take it off. Like, and he won't go out that way until you've got it clear. This frickin' elf over there doing him.
Yeah, no, that elf just goes Terminator for like 3 hours.
No, yeah, the elves are incredible archers. They are the best archers in the game. So, I mean, that is one thing that's really good about them. The problem is that their AI hates work. They don't like to work. So, you can just sort of try to lure them around with reward flags and everything, but it's not going to work very well because they're just going to get distracted and go play as a bard or hang out in the Elven Lounge and get drunk. By the way, you don't remove the repair route, the Elven Lounge from the repair route either, jackass.
I mean,
Oh, I love this. I love this so much. Like, when I played this game, when I sort of went through it, last year when I picked this back up
marketplace now serves you better.
childhood trauma from bears, I was like, I just left them. I just let them be. It did not bother me at all. They were a thing, and I got through it fine. But here, it's just, apparently, you just gotta destroy them.
I mean, this is why I barely got through college, is I don't actually learn anything from lessons.
I also want to note that now that for a while there, before Miss Lucky Die started shooting the rogues again, you actually had Iskar bad credit shooting at his own rogues guild.
Rogues are pretty much the worst.
At least they can't put those on the repair route, or I'm sure Over would have
Fuck you. Fuck you.
They're just like, fuck it, I'm getting paid!
Clearly, I'm just gonna have to stream the rest of my episodes to you as I do them.
Yeah. Oh god, I was just like, dude, you've got to remember this, please.
Hold your Majesty.
one step closer to oblivion with Society.
Oh my, I'll just like die of an aneurysm. Oh Christ. So yeah, the two basic ways that Robokai was referring to is you can either build dense or build spread out, and building spread out implies trading posts, which, like I said, send caravans out, and when they arrive at a marketplace, their load is multiplied by the level of the marketplace. So 300 gold, level 3 marketplace, you're throwing out 900 gold a day just from the trade route, nothing else. So that's pretty good money. The other way to do it is basically to recruit elves and then build three marketplaces and a bunch of inns, because elves will double how much money the marketplace normally generates, which can be a substantial amount of cash. The most economical is at level 1, but if you're going for a big sum like on this one, level 2 is a great buy. I mean, I think the idea is you break even on that within, I think it's 15 days.
And I believe I quietly proceed to do neither.
Yeah, you build another elven bungalow, and I can't. Why did you do this?
Spite.
I think by this point it's just like, well, you know what? I'm gonna get 100,000 eventually. Why don't I just like build everything twice?
Oh my god.
Minimum.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. It begins.
Yeah, this is about the time that Orv runs out of interesting things to do. So,
But he doesn't stop building, I notice. It just
Nope.
keeps going.
I don't fucking stop building this whole
You're just
time.
gonna-
I just while away gold like a goddamn squirrel. 400 gold.
Oh god.
get trolled on.
Refreshing.
Okay.
Your Majesty, a new
So I've always loved, I've always loved how reward flags can mess with people, because you know that elf is just like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna do this.
She just drunkenly staggers out of the bar and goes, "Oh, time to try money!" And fucking just nails it with a poison arrow, and then just like stumbles drunkenly back in.
Is this one of the missions where I build like a line of guard towers to defend trade posts? I do that a bunch. That's one of my favorite things to do. That's just completely unnecessary.
Not in the cards.
You don't so much do a line, but you do build altogether too damn many.
Probably could have shortened this by like 20 days.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
So here we are at about like 14 days, and Orv is upgrading to Palace level 3, which in this one is a really big deal because you've got a whole bunch of dudes running around, and you need the peasants. And he finally freaking upgrades one of his marketplaces to level 2, and immediately gets an extra 500 gold out of the deal. You can see why I kind of shake my damn head.
I have no defense.
This was actually also another very good choice you made, the Temple to Lunord. So basically, the way the Temple to Lunord works is it makes a bunch of it makes adepts who are extremely fast, can teleport around, and are just tough enough to handle a lot of the persistent annoyances, especially trolls. And their AI has them go around and touch every building you've built. So they generally run around super fast, and they are very good at being on the scene when something happens. The problem is that since they start out with leather armor and a stick, they're really cowardly until they get to about level 4 or 5.
I don't think I've ever tried to build them before. Like when you look at them, I'm like, I've never seen that guy before.
I really like them. They're fun.
I literally never build a temple to Lunord. That's just the thing. Like, if you ask me to build a temple, I'll build the ones which like shit out monks and let you build paladins and let you rain sunfire from the sky. I'll do that. It's just like the running guy with the stick. I'm just like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to note, if you notice those spiraling expenses on some of his trade posts, that last trade post he built was over 3,000 gold, and this marketplace, which produces gold much more directly for him, just costs 2,500.
I swear I'm not bad at video games.
No, you actually are not. There are a number of. Oh yeah, this one I just felt bad for you.
That happens a lot. This mission, I lose like 6 trading posts.
Yeah, we're reaching critical mass in terms of how the money will pump through, but he's still going.
The thing that really makes you want to kill yourself though is that because all of these things are spiraling expenses, you have to think of these things in terms of the one you built last. So losing that trading post cost him 3,000 gold. It doesn't matter when it was built. It's 3,000 gold.
Oh god. And obviously, as everyone's noticed, there's that Dark Castle over there. The Dark Castle is where the demon is, so if you want to just say, no, screw you and your curses, just like you did to the wizard,
Your Highness, we've
if you did it
improved
to
the
the
guardhouse.
wizard,
Your Highness,
just go and
we've
fight the
improved
demon. It
the
is not an
guardhouse.
easy fight, but to be perfectly honest, you can end up with a lot of really strong, well-equipped dudes on this map.
Okay, I'm sorry, dude, but you're completely wrong there. That's just a generic monster spawner. You cannot fight the demon.
Oh, it is? Oh, you can't fight the demon at all? Oh, there you go.
I was freaking out internally, like, no, that's not possible.
Yeah, no, that is completely incorrect.
Oh,
Yeah, the
I'm
only-
sorry.
the only way you can
I am
beat this level.
misinformed. I didn't even bother with the Dark Castle. So raising my hand, why aren't you destroying the Dark Castle that is constantly spitting out things that are like destroying your $3,000 trading post?
Because it doesn't spit out trolls. Also, I'm lazy.
Yeah, lazy is really the thing here. I mean, that's really
it's
the
like
answer.
it's pooping enemies on your stuff. Like the troll stuff them up okay, but the rat men finish it off, and the rat men are definitely also coming from the castle. I saw one of them leave.
Fortunately, an enterprising priestess to Crypta finally cleans it up around here at 26 days.
Finally, just so that settles things in. Damn.
The sawing sound sped up to the speed really hurts me a lot. Sounds really horrible.
You did this to yourself. This is your medicine. You drink it.
He didn't warn me about this whole shit when we were...
Hey man, I told you it would be going fast forward. If you never fast forward a VHS in, you know, the days that this was in, like the year 2000, I just don't know what to tell you.
I had respect for the medium of cinema, and I would not do that to someone's hard work and dream. No, fuck yeah, I did that a lot.
Yeah, so, and there you just lost another another freaking trade post to a harpy. I mean, really, if you wanted to do this, what you would need to do: build a second temple to Crypta, build a temple to Fervus, and build another temple to Lunord. And you know, well, there you go. The second temple to Lunord, fantastic.
So, the real problem here is that when I'm playing Majesty, because most of my time was spent in Majesty back in the day in the endless mode where you had a map and you would build all over it. I always feel weird when I'm not constantly building something in Majesty or just like trying to fill the map. Like I have...
Just Borg the entire thing.
Yeah, I have SimCity disease in Majesty, which actually turns out to be really bad for completing missions.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
At least in a timely manner. I mean... To be fair, those of you watching at home, aside from a couple of missions like this one, which says you've got 40 days, most of the time the game couldn't possibly care less how long you take. So it's kind of a big fat whatever. But yeah, if you really wanted to do this and keep the trolls out of your crap, you would need people who spawn minions, and that's Fervus, that's Crypta, and then you would also need people who are super fast, and that's the
Thankfully, I don't think I do this too often. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more missions.
I mean,
We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, after the game starts getting serious, you start, playing hard, and look, this is how much money you can get. That was 9,000 that put him over the edge.
You did it, Majesty! Once that vile creature was given the gold, he vanished in a puff of foul green smoke. Again. All in attendance felt compelled to immediately wash the stench from their clothes. May that repellent manifestation never again threaten our kingdom.
Demons are bad.
And how? Demons are indeed bad. Vice 56.
We've washed away the stench of the demon, but will we ever wash away the stench of that fucking episode?
No.
Well, I would be more concerned about the elves in the gambling hall, because that never happened. 400 gold flag on there the entire time. Nobody took him up on it.
I am ashamed at myself.
Oh, well, a little. And then they repanned it again.
That entire thing, I was just like, yeah, it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, it's still there. Oh my god. the frickin' rogues that own the gambling hall, they're bragging about it. Just like, yeah, dude, nobody gives a crap. We're that badass.
And so basically, it's just now it's like a regular sort of flag, just hanging and fluttering from the top.
I am truly sorry about this, everyone. I have been Orv.
And I've been Cool Guy.
And I've been the last Robo Guy.
And we will see you guys next time.